Jade and Adam. It's preview. Hey, you peaches! Welcome to Preview, where friends don't let friends talk about Star Wars alone.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Jay.
And today, we're going to talk about Mando, because the last episode comes out, and I think it's 2 days from when I'm putting this episode out.
Yeah.
And we thought we would talk about the big, giant Chekhov's gun that's hanging on the mantle right now of what Force-sensitive person is going to show up in the last episode.
To take Grogu.
Because Grogu made the call. He dialed all the numbers. Mm-hmm. He was connected to the service. We just don't know who answered it.
Yep, walking into spiderwebs, leave a message, and I'll call you back. You know what I'm saying?
And there's no way some Force-sensitive person's not going to show up at some point in the last episode.
I'm just saying, if they pull a fast one and nothing happens with that, like, there's just going to be nerd rage in the street.
You know what it could be if they don't pull that, if nobody shows up, if no Force-sensitive shows up to answer Grogu's call, it's going to be like when South Park said, okay, we're going to tell you who Eric Cartman's father is. In the Terrence and Phillip episode. And I was like, no, guys, what are you doing? That's not, nope, dude, you better make a goddamn episode right now.
I appreciate the prank you just pulled, but how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Funny, but haha, but no, really, what's the answer? So we're actually, you guys have been commenting all over the place the past couple episodes.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out who it might be. So we're going to go through, I made a list of all the people you guys have been talking about, and we're going to go through the list and try to pro-con, maybe it's them, maybe it's not them, and we're going to give you some odds of that person actually happening.
Yeah. From our scientific research, the statistics.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the way I've been kind of surviving everything is I'm a bookie on the side.
You're a bookie?
Yeah,
I didn't know
I keep
that.
odds and stuff of major things happening.
Man, you're telling me I could have been playing some bets with you?
You could have.
Oh, all right. Is that why all those dudes are coming over all the time?
Yes, that's the reason why. All right, so
a little more lowbrow than we used to.
Usually, it's the end of the year. Okay, so the number one choice that most people have been saying a lot, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Straight up, that is 100% who I want it to be.
I think we all want it to be Luke, but
I don't see how it can't be. Do you know?
Oh, okay.
What?
There's no way they keep that a secret. That's the problem. I think recasting Luke Skywalker and having him show up at the last episode of season 2 of Mando would be such a seminal event that I don't think there's any way they keep a lid on that.
I mean, they've kept a lid on other stuff before.
I mean, they have, but not to the level of Luke Skywalker is showing up. That would be... if it happened, I may have to stop the episode and just cry.
Yeah, it's gonna... Yeah.
Like, I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
But...
Because I want cool Luke in my life so bad.
We all want cool hand Luke. Because he's only got the one. I'm so funny. But, I mean, if they recast Luke Skywalker, that news gets leaked. They leaked, Boba Fett showing up. They leaked Ahsoka.
Yeah, but those might all be little leaks that they put out there.
To throw us off the scent?
Hide the big
to throw off that Skywalker scent?
You know what I'm saying? They might have just been like, hey, we got Ahsoka this season. And it was like, oh, Ahsoka. Like, oh, what a secret. Cool, man. Great. Let's go write a bunch of Reddit posts about that. And it's a misdirection. The prestige!
It could be.
What do we think what do we think the odds of it being Luke are?
Oh, 1 in 50?
1 in 50?
Yeah.
You think it's that low?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I'm going to take the opposite end.
Really?
I think it's a 50-50 shot that it's Luke.
Okay.
I just feel it in my bones. I just if we're in the time frame where he's kind of maybe starting the academy and he's actively looking for Force sensitive people, and he just gets a text message from Grogu hi, I'm Force sensitive. I think he's gonna go show up.
I would hope. I don't. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I'm scared to hope that it is Luke.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yes.
Okay. I just think narratively, for people looking for Force-sensitive people in the Star Wars universe right now, I think that's the one that makes the most sense.
It does make the most sense. But I don't know. I don't know. It'd be beyond amazing, and it would change the game if it was. And also, that would have mean that they probably would have kept it a secret during the Disney investors thing on past Thursday of like, hey, we can't say anything about any other future projects we have. Because if Luke shows up, that means like everyone's going to be like, well, what else are we doing with Luke? Like, what's the plan with Luke?
What's up?
What are we doing with him? Are we doing a Jedi Academy show? Why did you say that on Thursday? Like, what's going on? Like, because we will demand more with him.
That makes sense.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
So like, the episode comes out, middle of the night Thursday and Friday. By like noon Friday, the internet's gonna burn down, being like,
they might just say, "Here's one more." Oh, and one more thing. Here's Luke.
Maybe? I don't know. All right, our next option that you guys have said, Leia Organa.
Did you say Organo?
I said it wrong. She's out of spice.
Organo?
No, it's
Organo.
Organa.
Organa.
Organa. Leia Organa. Solo? Is she married at this point? We don't know. Probably. But
Maybe.
it hasn't been. I don't know if it's in the canon because we don't really know what's canon right now.
No idea.
But would Leia show up?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't know narratively why Leia would be the one to show up.
I don't. Narratively speaking, it wouldn't make sense if she would show up, unless they were training. But then they'd have to backfill that as well.
And then they're gonna have to recast Leia,
which is also a huge deal.
That's a whole thing. I mean, like that's. I'm giving this maybe 1 in 25 odds that this is it, because I just don't think it's more that they would have to write a whole paragraph of exposition as to why it's her. Like they would have to explain so much.
Yeah.
Like from a narrative standpoint that I just if I'm writing this script, I'm not gonna put Leia because I'm just like, oh well, what. But again, it's Mando, so they might just be like, I was in the neighborhood and I got a call, here I am. It's like, oh yeah, it is that easy sometimes. Yeah, I just happened to be flying on a spaceship near that planet and I was just the closest one. Okay. But also, Leia doesn't necessarily, she doesn't embrace the Force side of her that hard.
Not that much, no.
I think she gets that call and she's like, this might just be like a Sith trap. I don't know what this is.
Maybe I should call Luke and have him investigate. Yeah.
Smart man. I'm gonna poke you in the face. Smart boy. That's it.
Yeah.
Again, playing back into Luke.
Yeah.
I think Luke's gonna be higher. I think Luke is more reasonable than you think.
Okay. Third option. A lot of people have been saying, Ezra Bridger. Young Ezra Bridger. Actually, not young Ezra Bridger. He's the same age as Luke and Leia.
Okay.
He was born 2 days before Luke and Leia was.
Okay.
What we know from the end of Rebels is that Ezra went off with the Purrgil, trapping Thrawn on a Star Destroyer, and they just kind of bamfed off into the galaxy. We don't know where he is right now, but I personally had Ezra showing up, maybe being closer, like a 1 in 25 chance. But now that we've seen the Disney investor thing from Thursday, and we know Ahsoka's getting her own show, plus Rangers of the New Republic, plus now that we know that all 3 of these shows, I think, are going to be combining into an event series like Defenders. The full universe will have a joint show. Sure. I think that would be more where Ezra shows up.
Yeah.
Because Ahsoka was tied to Ezra, and having him show up in her show first makes way more sense.
Yeah. I think Ezra is definitely going to be an Ahsoka thing. Low-key, I just don't really love that character that much. And so I think it's possible, but I wouldn't necessarily be looking forward to that as much as any of these other characters.
Oh, sure. I've only named 2 so far, but yeah, that makes sense.
No, but I'm saying I've been aware enough to know probably what's on this list. I just think I think from a narrative standpoint, Ezra has more cool stuff to do in the Ahsoka show.
Yes.
As more of, I also don't know if he's necessarily the right person to train a new Jedi. He barely knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, he yeah, his master died, and then he went off with the purple. Really, before his training was over, he was good, but like,
but also he built his own lightsaber out of nothing. Like he kind of has always been like kind of do-it-yourself Jedi kind of thing, which is what makes him compelling.
Yeah.
But it's like from a training another Jedi situation. I don't know if, again, I feel like it's like the kind of thing where I think Ezra will be like, hey, I got this call. I'm going to talk to somebody else about maybe doing something about it because I don't know if I'm the right person.
Possibly.
But he also might just be like, this might be a trap.
And it also would require a lot of explanation as to, oh my God, Ezra Bridger just showed up? Where the hell have you been for the past, I guess, maybe 7 years? Since I think this is 7 years after the end of not the end of Rebels, but when he leaves Lothal. Somebody check me on that in the comments. So Ezra, I think like a 1 in 25 chance. But
yeah, I think it's pretty low.
Yeah. Okay, next possible person, Cal Kestis, the main character from the Jedi Fallen Order games, who, spoilers, he survived the game. I believe there's still more games coming.
This is the Respawn game, yes?
This is the Respawn game that came out last Christmas.
I couldn't get into that game.
It's hard, guys.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
And it low-key, here's the thing. Like all the character design and all like the lightsaber combat is really interesting. But I think people can get behind me on this is that like blocking is an extraordinarily large part of the combat, which from a lightsaber combat is true. It's like legit lightsaber combat. But when I am playing a video game and I am playing a Jedi, I am not interested in blocking attacks. I am interested in just taking my laser sword and chopping things to bits with it nonstop. That's why I like the Force Unleashed games, right? That's the one where you play as Darth
Star
Vader's,
Killers,
yeah, Star Killer. I love those games because it's just like, hey, here's my lightsabers. I'm gonna put it inside you. Ha ha ha! Like wee away! Like that's all I want to do. Yeah, you played through the game, so you have more of a.
I did. I think there's gonna be more games in the series. So narratively speaking. And the fact that they would have to also talk to EA and like, hey, Respawn, like, hey, what are your guys' plans with the games? They'd have to loop more people in to have him involved narratively, and it would ruin whatever they have going forward with the games. So I think from like just a business perspective and a narrative perspective, it's probably not going to be Cal. Would it be cool if it was Cal?
Yeah,
sure, absolutely. Cool. But I think there's more behind the scenes things that would need to happen in order to have him involved in the show as it stands right now. So I don't.
It'd be fun for Respawn because it would definitely increase the sales of their games, and we like Respawn because they make Apex Legends. So more power to you. From a show business perspective, there's just too many. There's too many conference calls. Like, let's be real. The amount of meetings is just it's too much.
Agree. I like a 1 in 100 chance. It's not. I don't think it was gonna happen. Okay, so the next person that some of you guys have put down, Quinlan Vos. Do you know Quinlan Vos?
I don't.
All right, he was an EU character that was made canon in the Clone Wars cartoon.
Okay.
He's a cool guy, has some dreads. Like he's definitely survived.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a cool Jedi. He definitely survived, but we have not really heard of him since like his Clone Wars appearance.
Yeah.
So. Maybe, but he would kind of be like, especially for a general audience. It's like, hey, I'm Quinlan Vos. I just showed up. It's like, everyone's going to be like, and you are, cool, but like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
So I don't think so. Because narratively speaking, the way the show's been going, it's been like, hey, this character you've kind of heard of is back. Like,
what they're working for, though, they're working for that mic drop moment, and he's not the mic drop moment.
He's not the mic drop moment. And you're right, they are working exactly for the mic drop.
That's what they're going for this season. If we've learned anything, it's like, I think the odds are like 1 in 100 on that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, I don't think that's it.
It'd be cool to have him around at some point, but I don't think
this
is his moment.
Maybe Ahsoka show.
Maybe.
Ahsoka show character.
That would make more sense. All right, the next person that a lot of people have said, and we've also said this on our own when we're not filming, Kyle Katarn.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Kyle Katarn.
Yeah.
Do I want Kyle to be there?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I think I do. I think the odds might be pretty high too.
Oh, really?
They put Dark Troopers in.
Oh, they did.
They put Dark Troopers in.
Okay.
Like they're very clearly like they have been referencing Dark Forces to a point where I think it's kind of probable. And I only get excited about it because if they put Kyle Katarn in here, it'll be much easier to greenlight a new Dark Forces game.
That's true.
And I don't want a honestly, in my opinion, the best Dark Forces games are the ones that didn't have lightsabers in them. Like Dark Forces 1, straight up, it was just like fun, first-person shooter.
Yeah.
I love the idea. Yeah, I'm all about Kyle Katarn.
I think everyone is all about Kyle Katarn.
Yeah.
It would be, yes, I think that would be he's probably higher on the list because I think you're right. Yeah, that's a very good point. They've been referencing his game a lot.
Do you want to know the secret of playing Dark Forces 2, of like playing really well in multiplayer?
Okay.
We used to go, me and a bunch of my friends, we used to go to this LAN cafe in the strip mall near my house. We'd ride our bikes there. I just got, like, it's peak 90s growing up. Peak. Like a LAN cafe where you play all the games because it's like you don't
have a neon sign.
We didn't have internet. It was a really cool place. It was really fun. We would go, and me and Justin Liu, we would play. You would have one person controlling the character. And doing all the attacks and all the movements and all the jumps. And then you would have my buddy Justin, and he would be in control of all the force buttons. And so literally, like, because the thing is, the way that the combat was structured, like, using a force thing, like, didn't really stop your movement. Like, you could just do it on the fly and, like, keep moving. Yeah. But it was really, we were kids, so it was, like, really hard to, like, hit those buttons. Yeah. So we just moved the buttons for force powers over to like the number keypad, and I would just be moving around and doing it, and he would just be like, force grab, and then I'd be like, lightsaber. Like, it was just, we would just wreck shop in the LAN cafe to the point where they were like, hey, only one person per computer. This isn't fun anymore. Knock it off. And also everyone was like doubling up. Like, okay, I'm force powers on this guy. It was really fun. Oh, good times. Oh, man. Purple lightsaber, just wrecking it. Oof.
Now, if Kyle shows up, I will lose my mind.
Yeah.
Not to the extent of like a Luke freak out. Luke freak out will be top of the list.
Yeah.
I think I will have an emotional breakdown if Luke shows up.
Yeah.
Kyle, there will be tears with Luke. There will just be screaming with Kyle.
Yeah.
Just, oh my God,
excitement.
I'm just excitement. Yes.
He's just like, there's a lot to do here. Like I think that's like a 1 in 4 chance.
So I was going to say a 1 in 4 chance.
Yeah. I think there's a lot. I'm obviously hoping that it's Luke, but I think Kyle, from a narrative standpoint, there's a lot to do. And that's exciting.
And Kyle is...
Or a Dark Forces show? Come on now.
I think Kyle is a nice middle ground of character the general audience doesn't know.
Yeah.
Character that the fans do know. So if Kyle shows up and is like, hi, I'm Kyle Katarn, if I heard a call, and like we'll freak out. But like other people will kind of be like, oh, who's this guy? He seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to explain Kyle. Easier to explain Kyle as in like a new Kyle, as it were, for this universe, than it would be like Cal. So.
Where have you been all this time? Oh, I got lost in the sewer level. That sewer level in Dark Forces 1. As a 9-year-old playing games, really, really had a hard time with that. And the Dagandas were coming. It's terrible. Anyways, moving on.
Nerd.
Sorry.
All right.
I know.
So I think this, besides Luke, this is the choice that most people have been talking about since Ahsoka's episode.
Okay.
Like, and they've been just commenting over and over again. Like the internet's even like making videos on this one.
Okay.
Mace Windu.
Okay.
Where is this rumor coming from? How? I mean, I agree with the basic premise. Mace shouldn't have died from falling out of a window.
No.
That is true. Your arm getting cut off is not fatal. Him falling out a window, we know Jedis can handle large falls. So that should not have been how Mace died. I agree with everybody on that at the beginning point. There's no way it's Mace Windu.
There's no way. Here's the thing. If it's Mace Windu, cool, great, fun. You've got some splaining to do. Because if you're telling me it's old man Mace Windu, where the hell has he been? Because it's been a long time. Like, I want Mace, we all want, like, it would all be cool if Mace showed up. He's got the coolest lightsaber in Star Wars, full stop. Just saying it.
Yep.
It's Samuel L. Jackson designing a lightsaber, it's going to be the coolest lightsaber in the galaxy. Sorry. He's the coolest guy. Like, the only person that would make a cooler lightsaber than Samuel L. Jackson will be Snoop Dogg. We all know that's the truth. Snoops would like maybe have like a lilt to it and like, ha, what's up? Kind of like Dooku's saber, but it's just like his whole fighting styles is just kind of like, what's up? Hey, it's just like
a Drunken Master type of thing.
Yes, but like Stone Master.
Yep, Stone Master.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd have like a little like one hitter in it. It'd be perfect. The coolest lightsaber.
Of all the characters we've named so far, besides Luke, Mace is the one that needs less explaining to the general audience. Because everyone would remember, like Samuel Jackson, everyone would know, like the general audience knows about Mace Windu.
But nerds across the universe, or across the like Twitterverse, would be like,
wait,
where have you been?
Where have you been? Yeah, they would need. That's the problem with Mace Windu.
And you can't just say, "Oh, I was locked in carbonite," because it's like easy, like
that's
chump move.
Yeah, there would need to be at some point, it's preferably in that episode, like a couple minutes dedicated to where the hell have you been? How are you just now showing up? It's been about like 25 years since you fell out of a window.
Yeah.
Like, really? How? Stop everyone just stop. Stormtrooper, stop shooting at us.
Yeah.
You need to explain what's going on right
like,
now.
Where have you been? What's up, dude? Are you okay? How you
Even
doing?
we know about you.
Everyone's just like, no. Like a little spotlight on him.
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Hey, Mace? What's up?
Getting into the control room. Everyone stop. Everyone no. Hold down the Dark Troopers. No.
Gideon's like, it was supposed to be Kyle. I don't know what you're doing here.
I don't know what you're doing here.
Come on, man. Come on.
So, if it's Mace Windu, again, it'd be more, I think my reaction would be very much of a silent, oh my god, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
So,
more
of a mind blow
than
that
would be more of a
level.
that from a reaction standpoint, I feel like if it's Mace, it's going to be, our eyes are just going to be big and we're going to be like, Like, everyone, shush.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
What does he have to say? No. Shush. It would not be a good reaction, I don't think.
No,
like it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be like, oh my god, like a Thrawn moment. It would just be like a.
It's an oh my god, what? Yeah, you draw. Oh
like our
my
buttholes
god, yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's the silent.
Explain.
It's like it'd be the seismic charge. Very quiet, but massive explosion.
Yeah.
Seismic charge.
It's a seismic charge. Hey, did you guys know that the thing that came out of Boba Fett's thing was a seismic charge? Because the internet really let us know. Wow! From like the worst movie from the prequels.
Seismic charge.
You don't remember that? No, I haven't. I tried to block that movie out of my memory hard. We didn't say what the odds on Mace Windu.
Odds on Mace Windu. 1 of 30?
Yeah, I think it's high. I think it's like 20% chance it might be Mace.
Oh, 1 of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know only because Samuel L. Jackson has said like he really wants to play Mace Windu.
Yeah, that's why I was bumping it up to
Okay. Yeah, great.
Okay, here's another. People have been saying this not as much as like Luke or Mace, but it seems to be a fan favorite of people who definitely want this character to show up for sure at some point. Mara Jade.
We have theories on Mara Jade.
Okay. There is no way in hell Mara Jade showing up right now.
No.
There just isn't.
No.
And here's why. From a narrative perspective, they already have a great way of introducing Mara Jade.
Yeah.
When we get to the end of Rebels, we don't know what happened to the Inquisitors.
No.
And Mara Jade in the EU canon was basically that universe's Inquisitor. She was a hand of the Emperor, which is now the Inquisitors. So we don't know what happened to the Inquisitors.
Jedi cop.
Basically, Jedi executioner. We don't know what happened to the Inquisitors in the I guess the current canon timeline, because a couple died in Fallen Order, a couple died in Rebels, but they're technically more out there. So Mara would be a hand, or not be a hand, but she would be an Inquisitor. There is an ample opportunity to have an Inquisitor show up maybe in Ahsoka show. If Luke shows up, whatever Luke does, chasing one of our Jedi characters.
Yeah.
A masked Inquisitor chasing our heroes for a whole season.
Yeah.
And at the very end, the helmet gets knocked off, and a lock of red hair falls out, and like, who are you? I'm sister number, 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
No, who's your real name? I don't really remember. Mara Jade? Credits, and then everyone loses their goddamn minds.
She's got to be the villain of Ahsoka show season 1.
She has to be introduced as a villain.
Yeah. That's the only way, like...
Because her arc is so good. Her arc in the books are so good.
Well, if she shows up as a good guy, there's nothing to do with her.
Yes, she needs a redemption arc. She needs to come fully all the way back around to be Luke's wife. Like it's such a big deal. Yeah. And she also shouldn't die by her nephew. That was really dumb. But like she needs her arc. So she definitely needs to show up as an antagonist at some point in somebody else's show.
Totally.
So they really need to keep her in the back pocket because she's an amazing character that is due all.
Had the purple saber before purple saber was cool. Just saying.
That's true. She did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the whole reason I used a purple saber in Dark Forces 2.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, it's like Mara Jade. Cool.
And she also got her own expansion pack to Dark Forces 2.
Oh yeah, she sure did. Yeah, she's awesome.
She's amazing.
She's awesome.
And I want her in a show.
I want her in the show, but I don't.
Want her in a show.
Putting her being the character that shows up, I think, is a huge wasted opportunity. Mm-hmm. I think it's like 1 in 100.
It also was not a mic drop.
No.
Because it was like, Mara Jade.
It's
who?
Yeah.
Okay. This is another. This is kind of an amalgam suggestion. A lot of people have said a Force Ghost.
If it was Obi-Wan, I would probably lose it. If Force Ghost Obi-Wan shows up, I'm here for it.
Okay.
Or Qui-Gon.
I mean, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool to see. Sure, it'd be cool to see one of them, but I don't think that's what this moment calls for from a narrative perspective.
Can we figure out a way to put Force Ghosts and robots? I feel like Star Wars could make that work. I don't know. Put like a crystal in a robot and Force Ghosts.
That might be like a dark side ability.
Probably.
It feels, from a narrative perspective, when it comes to the call, and then having somebody show up, is either going to be in a moment of, oh boy, we're trapped, we need help. And probably in all likelihood, this will be probably on a planet, not in the ship, just to make it easier. Like they'll probably make the ship or Gideon run to ground somewhere and continue the fight somewhere Earthside, planetside, allowing a Jedi or Force-sensitive person to show up. But having a Force Ghost show up, it would only work if after the action's already happened, they've secured Grogu, they're on the run, like, we gotta get out of here. Yeah. And then, like, it's our last little scene, like, what do we do now, Mando? Like, Jin, what are we gonna do? Bubba's like, well, we did our thing, we're gonna go off to our own adventures now. Yeah. Where's my show? And then, like, if then a Force comes like, well, hello there, young one.
Here's how I think a Force Ghost works. And here's someone I don't think is on the list, but I think maybe should be.
Okay.
I think Force Ghost gets the call, shows back up to Ahsoka, and is just like, it's gotta be you, hun. Like, I know you don't think I know you don't want to, but you're the only one that can do it. I think something's gonna convince Ahsoka, or it might just be Ahsoka got the call and was like, if it didn't go anywhere else, clearly this is a sign.
Well, that's true because
if Obi-Wan showed up to Ahsoka, come on. That's good.
That would be good.
Or, this sounds nutty, and this is just hitting me right now. If it's Anakin. If Anakin's Force Ghost gets the call and shows back up to Ahsoka and was like,
hey, Snips.
Hey, like, this is how we redeem ourselves here. Like, that's good.
Also, if Hayden Christensen is filming the Obi-Wan show, you get him in front of a camera and put him in some Jedi robes, and then just blew him up in post, and they happen to have a conversation with Ahsoka for a show.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we kind of need that, because besides Ahsoka and Luke talking about Vader, I think Ahsoka needs to talk to Anakin's Force Ghost at some point and have talk about things so we can all, like, cry and hug each other, because, like, there needs to be a conversation of, hey, what happened? I'm really sorry.
I think Hayden Christensen showing back up as Anakin, I think is actually going to be I think it's going to be a big deal for the Star Wars universe. Only because Hayden Christensen is a good actor. He is a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
It
wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault that he was bad in those movies. The only person that, like, rose above not having a director on those films was Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
And that was because he was just like, but also he got to be Obi-Wan, like the coolest character so it was like kind of easier for him, where it was just like Natalie Portman was like, what am I doing? I'm just like, here? Okay. I'm the princess. I'm in trouble. Why? Because you are. Okay.
My love for you is like a river that flows. Am I saying this right?
Come on, man.
It doesn't matter?
Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter?
Yeah, okay. My love flows like a river.
I think he's going to show up and give, like, the Anakin performance that, like, we really need, because he's going to have a director being like, hey, like, here's what I need from you. Like, here's what you're looking like right now. I'm going to show you the dailies.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, because I never got to see the dailies. Like, they didn't know. They didn't know. Can you imagine going to be like, I'm Darth Vader in Star Wars? Man, I'm showing up and seeing him being like, oh no! No one said a thing!
That's the take you used?
Oh,
I mean,
no, guys! Woofa doofa.
All right, we got 2 more options.
Okay.
First option, somebody we just don't know. A brand new character to just like, I heard the Force call. Hello, hi, I'm Doug. I'm Doug the Jedi, hello.
Doug Jedi. Doug the Jedi. What's up? You thought you killed me when I was trying to eat lunch. I'm actually a Jedi.
I became more powerful than you could possibly comprehend.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure. I think there's maybe like a 1 in 10 chance that's the case.
Narratively speaking, it doesn't make any sense. I think because I think we called it earlier. It needs to be it's a mic drop. They're building towards a mic drop. And somebody we don't know, we've never heard of before, it just doesn't blow my skirt up the way I want it to. You know, it's like it's cool. I mean, it's gonna be cool no matter who shows up, but you know, I'd rather have it be I'd rather expand the canon on a character that we already know, just because like you know. This show has the opportunity to like make things good again. Let's like take some things out of storage and put some spit shine on it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like new characters, like neat, like oh your lightsaber's a spear, interesting. Okay. Yeah, but a brand new character would definitely have to be introduced earlier in the series and then come back. Yeah. Like they did with Boba. Like hey Boba Fett's here. That's great. And then he shows back up 7 episodes later. Like, I want my damn armor. Like, oh boy!
I keep thinking about how cool it would be to, with the concept of Beskar being lightsaber resistant, like expands the ability of making a like spear lightsaber, and then I'm like, man, I want to put a lightsaber blade on the end of that Beskar spear so bad, because then you can block with the thing and then spin it. Oh, that's very good. Woo, that's very like a trident, like a lightsaber trident.
Yeah.
Come on now. Woo!
All right, one last choice, and I kind of mentioned it earlier. What if an Inquisitor shows up?
A bad guy.
What if it's a bad guy? I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I could really see that happening.
Yeah.
To be honest, like from a narrative perspective, what's a great thing to do to our main cast as like they're breaking into Gideon's thing. They're trying to get Grogu. Oh my God, the chips are down. How are they gonna get out of the situation? Oh, they're kind of winning. They're coming back, and all of a sudden, like you see stormtroopers getting like flung around, like oh, someone's clearly using the Force, and then all of a sudden you see a red lightsaber ignite, and somebody shows up with like the Inquisitor face paint, and like, oh, things just got exponentially worse.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, Thrawn sends his regards, and it's just like blam, blam, like.
Or maybe it's not even with Thrawn. We don't know what happened to the Inquisitors. Maybe they split off. Maybe they're doing their own thing. Like that would be, like if an Inquisitor shows up or some dark side user.
Yeah.
Which will, I mean, it would just be easier if it was an Inquisitor, just for everyone to be like, oh yeah, we know what that is.
Yeah.
It would make things worse. It would throw everything into a tumult of like maybe Gideon's plans gets messed up, our good guys' plans gets messed up. Like that's, from a narrative perspective, you got to keep piling on bad things to our heroes to like, you know, keep the action going.
And also third-partying it in a way that like is really interesting narratively.
That no one saw coming.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're not on either of your sides.
Yep, we just want this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. And that would also give, I know people have been saying that for 2 seasons in a row now. It's been the same basic narrative structure for this season. The bad guys get Grogu by the end of the season. Our good guys have to team up to get him back. It's happened twice in a row now.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad. I don't care. They're telling it very well. They could technically tell the same story in season 3, except the bad guys that get him this time is not Gideon and it's not Thrawn. It's an Inquisitor. Having them have our good guys go up against a Force user?
Yeah.
Because Mandos can.
Or the bad guys start training Grogu and it starts to work.
And then we have a little Grogu arc of like him rejecting the dark side and going back to like there are things here that you could repeat the same story in a new way that like really like keeps the show fresh and new and keep going in a certain direction, but also can tie back into like if an Inquisitor shows up, that already enhances Ahsoka's show. Yeah. Because now we know, and wherever Luke is, because we still know where Luke is. We gotta see Luke at some point. Like, to be honest, an Inquisitor or some dark side user, kind of grouping them together, I'm thinking like 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
Because Ahsoka even herself said, like, somebody could hear it. She didn't say who. She didn't say which side. Someone could hear it. So, like, and she even said, like, I feel a lot of a fear and anger with him.
Yeah.
And she's right, because he's like, I attachment. So, like, there might have been, the call might have been a little tinged with some dark side stuff. So, like,
I think the more you explain it, I think it actually totally tracks.
that was just off the top of my head.
really
There was no
interesting.
pre-thinking about that, yeah.
That's really kind of good.
Like, and that's a good season 2, maybe cliffhanger, or just like narrative point to lead the season on. We got Grogu back, but like a new menace just showed up because of Grogu's actions from 3 episodes ago. Oh, things are really bad now.
And you could make like a set piece. What's the witch planet where they all ride Rancors? Dathomir. You can make Dathomir like a huge part of that. Because I want to see that. Ever since reading about it, I've always wanted to see that set piece just because it's awesome.
It's in Fallen Order.
Yeah.
You go to Dathomir.
Oh, yeah, I guess you do.
Mm-hmm. And then went there again in Rebels.
Oh, okay. But I just think in a Mando set piece, like I kind of also just want to see, a dark sorceress will ride a Rancor.
I mean, if there's anyone that will give us that, it is Filoni and Favreau. They will give us somebody riding a Rancor. Rancors are going to show up at some point in some of these shows.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna.
I'm shocked we haven't gotten there yet.
Well, maybe they got to go to like Nar Shaddaa or something like that, where the Hutts are, and then look, we got some pet Rancors. They're fighting each other in a battle pit or whatever. Yeah, it's
very good. It's
bound to happen at some point. Honestly, dark side user / Inquisitor, 50-50.
Okay, I think it's either that or Luke. Like highest odds.
So that's who we're thinking.
Or maybe both.
One end of the hallway, a red lightsaber shows up. The other end of the hallway, a green lightsaber shows up. And like, wait a second, what? And then...
And the internet implodes on itself. It's just over. The internet's done. That'll make the rules.
That would be it, yep.
Yeah, that'd be it. If it's too much. Whew. All right.
Okay, there we go. What do you guys think? What's your pick for the Force user entity or what have you that will show up? Because... somebody's got to show up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll be furious if it doesn't.
That's the thing. Yeah. We've learned a lot about storytelling and how Filoni does it this season. They're just gonna do the thing.
Do the thing.
Just gonna do it.
Oh, how are we gonna break out Bill Burr? No, you just go get him.
It takes 3 minutes. The story's somewhere else. Yeah. So like, there's no way they teased Boba Fett in the first episode. She shows up in episode 6. So like, Grogu made a call to somebody. Someone's going to answer it. Like, that is narratively how it happens. Mm-hmm. So who do you guys think it's going to be? Let us know in the comments below or hop in our Discord channel where lots of fun, cool people are talking about lots of fun, cool stuff. We'd love to have you join that conversation. The link is down below in our description box. And while you're down there, please like, subscribe. Hit that bell.
Do that YouTube that you do so well. Go guacamole's extra, you Force-sensitive weirdos, you.
We will see you guys in a couple days for the season finale of Mando. And then...
can't wait, dude.
Then we got to wait about a year. Season 3 comes out next Christmas, see time.
Okay.
And then, so we got a little while to wait, and then talk about whatever happens on Friday. Which I'm sure we'll spend a lot of next year doing.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Bye.